Since this showed up on your feed, there's something in this reading you need to hear, especially if you have Capricorn in a major chart placement, or if your special someone might have Capricorn in a major chart placement. This reading could be for you. It is a collective reading, so you still need to use your intuition to know for sure. I'm going to start off with this deck of nicknames, just to give certain people maybe a little wink from spirit, a little specific information. Now, if this doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't mean this message isn't for you. But if it does, that's just a special message from spirit that this is definitely for you. If somebody called the other person sweet cheeks, or if by chance this ends up being one of those readings where you haven't met this person yet, keep that in mind. Sweet cheeks. We have Care Bear, or Pooh Bear, or Teddy Bear. If you call this person Bear, anything having to do with a bear, Chewy. Okay, or if the word Chewy just happens to be significant, even if it's not a nickname that the other person called you, or vice versa. I'm going to use the Love Oracle cards to get the next messages. I am seeing on the bottom of the deck Braveheart. Look, see, we have Boo or Boo Bear as well. Love Bug. I'm hearing Ladybug. I'm going to stop there. I could keep going, but definitely Bear. Bear is big here for this reading. The movie Braveheart could be significant. Storms could be significant. Thunder, you hear the thunder roll. The song Thunder Rolls could be significant. Rain. Okay, we have wedding rings as I cut the deck. I actually was going to, maybe I still should. I have a deck here about, this whole deck is about like getting married and how you'd get married. So maybe I'll pull some cards from that. Are you guys already married? Could it happen in the future? Let's find out. Cupid's arrow. I've been talking about that a lot lately. Cupid is getting ready to shoot some arrows soon. Once the collective has done enough internal work, Cupid's gonna get busy. Oh, by the way, if you like this deck, if I can find a link for it, I will put it in the description box below. This card is coming face down, so that does show potentially a little bit of a block or resistance to whatever's on this card. Somebody ascending. So I don't know if this is you or your person. Ooh. Spirit might come in with a tower moment if somebody is resisting the ascension journey. That lightning was strong. And that is telling me, because you know the tower moment has that lightning striking the tower. So something might happen to you or your person to push you forward on this ascension journey if you don't do it on your own. Let me find out if this is you or your person though. I do have a deck that can help me with that. Help me cut to the chase quicker than trying to dig for the information with all these decks. Who is resisting? You and your person, but more you, okay? So you definitely don't want to resist this because Spirit will come in and throw a tower moment your way, something that would be very shocking and quick just to get you moving on this ascension journey. So if you know you're on a spiritual awakening journey, an ascension journey, do not resist it because you just make it harder on yourself. This card talks about there's a little girl floating up with the balloons ascending, and it talks about transcending obstacles, learning, expanding, going into a new phase and preparing for union. And so in order to get to union, you have to keep going on your ascension journey. So if you are resisting the ascension journey, then you're also resisting the union with this person. So keep that in mind. And apparently Spirit is not having that. Okay. Let's get a little bit more from this deck. Ooh. Okay, again, blocked energy. So you or your person could be trying not to think about somebody, trying not to reminisce about them. You might have this person blocked or vice versa. Or this could even be some other situation you're supposed to be revisiting to heal, because this talks about learning from the past. The word perception is on here. So I feel like Spirit is saying that on this ascension journey, you're supposed to be revisiting these memories so that you can learn from the past, so that you can heal. And then that should change your perception of either the situation or whatever that topic is. Like if it's love and you were hurt, you might have this certain perception, but once you heal and release the wound, your perception would change. But this is about learning from the past. So there's somebody here that is resisting, learning from the past, looking at past situations, healing from it on the ascension journey, to saying this is you, whoever you are, whether you're the masculine or the feminine, a little bit your person, but still more you, actually. Okay, so holy shit. Did you see it come out? It wanted to come out, but it didn't yet. So again, you're resisting doing the work. So Spirit will come in with a lightning bolt. Not literally, I hope. But a sudden shocking change, news. What did I say earlier when the lightning struck? And here it is. I cannot make this shit up. I cannot. That's my favorite saying in tarot, because I love it when these things happen. Literally, the lightning just rang out, and it was loud and it was strong, and it made me say that. And here it is. Here's the card. In order for this moment to happen, I had to pick the right deck. Spirit had to pop out the right card. The universe had to give us lightning. Nothing is coincidence. I don't know why I'm in this weird mood right now. I'm in this like all day today and tonight. My last reading that I did, and I was like getting it edited and put out, and I was adding music, and it was this dark, suspenseful music because of the last reading, which was Sagittarius. And so it put me in this kind of weird mood of like dark suspense. So, and I was thinking, you know, the collective, I think, is or should be really digging deep into our dark recesses of our mind, of our wounds. We're supposed to be getting in there and getting the, I call it stuck poop or blind spots. But whoever this reading is for, specifically you and your person, but more so you, you're resisting this. And if you do, so these readings that I've been doing lately, it's different energy than I've ever really done before. And I think it's because one of two reasons. Either the people I've always been reading for, the divine feminines maybe even, who have been on this long journey, could be getting really weary and tired. They could be getting 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior, or 10 of Wands, feeling so burdened you can't go on. Energy and Spirit has to push us. So you could be somebody who's just really tired and resisting this energy. Could be the masculine, you're just starting it and you're resisting because you don't really know what's happening. But yeah, the other idea here would be that maybe you're just somebody who, even if you're not at 9 or 10 of Wands of energy, you're somebody who's resisting doing the work. Like I said, maybe you're new to the journey. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if this fits, if this resonates with you. Are you the masculine? Are you the feminine? Do you feel like you're resisting this inner work and Spirit's trying to push you along here? If so, it's a little bit of a, I guess it's like a warning. I don't really love to do like dark energy or warnings, but lately it's been coming out. So again, I think we're just getting to this part of the collective where if you're the divine feminine and you need to finish the cycle, you need to be pushed. In my 8 years of being on this ascension journey and reading thousands and thousands and thousands of readings, it allows me to see the bigger picture, what's going on in the collective. And I do think that that's where a lot of us are. You know, each individual is different, but collectively, the divine feminines are probably at the end of a cycle that they need to just finish it. And if you don't finish it, it's just going to be repeated lessons over and over again. You're just going to make it harder on yourself. So I think another thing that I've noticed in all of my time doing readings, it's like Spirit will try with motivation. Like, if you do the work, this is your rewards, and getting you excited. But when you get to the part where you're at the end of the cycle and you're 9 or 10 of wands, you're so exhausted. You don't want to go on anymore. You're tired. You're not seeing the results. You're ready to give up. Then sometimes Spirit has to come in and give us a little bit of a spanking, I call it. Okay? So Spirit has to come in and give us a shock. It's not a punishment per se, but it is to keep us going. And so when the motivation doesn't work anymore, Spirit will come in with something shocking to try and wake us up. And I feel like that's what's going on lately, is trying to get the feminines to finish the cycle, or this could be getting the masculines to start, to wake up. But interesting how, the lightning strikes, and then here comes the card. And again, I will, for emphasis, point out that a lot of things had to happen for that moment to happen. So I hope that people that watch these readings, when they see moments like this, they can fully feel it as much as a reader would, instead of just kind of being like, whatever. This was a magical moment. There was literally lightning in the background, and I had to pick the right deck and be psychic enough to talk about it, to feel it, and then the card comes out. So that should show anybody that watches these readings that's skeptical that this is real, and these are signs from the universe. And this moment, for it to have happened, it had to be perfectly carried out and timed, and there are no coincidences in life. It's those moments that make me feel like even the small moments are like pre-planned or whatever, because it was so perfect. This happens all the time to me, but I will never stop being fascinated by it. So anyway, sudden change, okay? Shocking news, surprise epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So if you continue to resist looking at the past, learning from it, healing, resist the work that it takes to ascend here, Spirit will come in with a tower moment, a lightning bolt moment. It won't feel good. So you just make it harder on yourself if you resist. So this is a bit of I don't want to call it a warning, because I'm not a fan of fear-based thinking. However, your soul came here to do this. Our human selves feel differently than the soul does. But here you go. So it's more you than this other person, which tells me this could be the masculine. Or it's the feminine who's just so worn out. You let me know, please, in the comment section. Okay, let's try to find out what the reward is if you do the work. That's my next intention here, Spirit. What is the reward for the viewer and this person if they do enough work, the work that they're supposed to do, get to that point where they're finally able to move forward. Life is cyclical. It will move forward eventually, but we might have been in a really, really long, dark cycle. That's, I'm in it too, so I get it. It's really hard to keep going when you're at 9 or 10 of wands, wounded warrior. What next? What next, Spirit? What is their reward? This wants to come out, but it's staying in. You're going to get some kind of recognition, but they're also trying to speak to you through signs, synchronicities. It says the divine will help you recognize signs and miracles. So that's not the reward just yet, but they do want you to pay attention to signs and synchronicities. You have the whole world in your hands, or you're creating your world. Pay attention to the signs to get clarity. They do want you, because we do have perception down here. They want you, we have an aha moment potentially with the lightning bolt epiphany. So I do feel like they also want you to, meditate on, think about, do some soul searching about these past memories. Now that could be with the topic of love, but it also could be memories from childhood, because sometimes those abandonment wounds carry into our love life and other areas of our life. But they want you to take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. So before they tell me what the reward is, they want to get this out. Follow the signs when it comes to what to meditate on. Otherwise, if you don't do this enough, if you're not putting forth enough effort, they're going to come in with the Tower moment. I will tell you on this journey, at least in my experience, as long as I'm trying my best and making the effort, Spirit's pretty easy on me. Like, they don't come hard like this. They don't give me the spanking. But I have had them maybe 3 or 4 times out of the 8-year period that I've been on this journey where they did get a little bit pushy with me, a little bit harsh, little spankings. Okay, so don't take this personally, like, you know, the divine is mad at you or anything like that. They're just trying to motivate you, okay? But again, sometimes they start off with the fun motivation, the, oh, you know, you're going to be rich, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But if that's not working anymore, then they come in with the threats. The threats, all right. But it's not a punishment. It's not because you're a bad soul, but it is to try and do whatever it takes to motivate your human self. Because your soul wanted to do this, but your human self is resisting. So they do want you to follow the signs and synchronicities if you're receiving signs and synchronicities. If you don't see them, then you need to meditate more and lift your vibe more so that you can see them. To get some kind of epiphany moment that's going to help you move forward and ascend. This card wants to come out, but it's coming out face down, so blocking. You're blocked from seeing the truth. Either one of two things. At this point, I don't know. There's definitely something about a world, because even this bubble kind of looks like it's the world. That card. So there could be something about you and a person that's at a distance. Now, this particular card said, avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. But this was face down. So this could even be, you know, there is a true twin flame or soul connection that you think isn't. You think it's just a fantasy. So it could be the opposite too. You're going to have to try and figure out, like, basically whatever you think about a situation is the opposite, because this came out face down. Like, you're blocking the truth, and you need to have some kind of revelation here. So either you think this person is a soul connection and they're not, or actually I would say probably more likely on this journey. Well, I don't know. Could be either or. It could even be that you think this person's, oh, it's just a fantasy. I'm just being delulu. You might think I'm just infatuated. It's just limerence, but it actually is a soul connection. So one of two things. So if you think there's somebody special and you think, oh, I'm just being delulu, it's not a soul connection. It could be that it is. But if you think it's a twin flame or soul connection, it might be the opposite, and you just need to wake up. Because it came out blocked and you need to get clarity. So for whatever you're thinking, it's the opposite. Now, if you happen to be, let me find out, if you happen to be most of the time like thinking it's a twin flame thing, but then having doubts, that's going to make it hard for you to decide which one is it. What is it, Spirit? What is the true connection? You do have a bond. So I would say for most people, you can put it where it fits and feel it out with your intuition. You definitely need to sit with it. I'm not supposed to tell you anyway. They're wanting you to meditate on it and feel it from your soul, your heart, your intuition. So on this journey, I'm supposed to give you puzzle pieces. I'm supposed to give you things to think about, a little direction. I'm not supposed to tell you who's who and what's what, right? No reader probably should be, because this is a journey where you're supposed to feel it out. You have free will. You're supposed to decide for yourself what you're co-creating. What story are you writing here? So feel it out. Meditate on what this person is to you. For a lot of you, this person is a soul connection. A love bond that will grow stronger over time. Loyalty with the yellow. For a lot of you, it's that you think this is an illusion. I'm just being delulu, but it's really a twin flame. I actually have these Chinese balls. I think that's what they're called. With yin yang on them. But it's a maze to go through this twin flame journey, the spiritual awakening journey. And Spirit is trying to guide you through, but you're resisting doing the inner work needed to have this success. So that's why this is showing up on your page. Now, if you feel like you are doing tons of work, maybe this isn't for you, use your intuition. Or if you are doing a lot of work, don't think that Spirit's punishing you. Maybe they just want you to work a little harder or something. Okay, figure it out for yourself. If you don't know for sure, I do personal readings. They're only $30 for an hour right now. So you can get one on my website, www.bossasswitch1111.com. But this says, like the yin yang symbol. So I feel like for a lot of you watching this, it's going to be a situation where you're thinking, oh, I'm just fantasizing. Maybe I'm just being crazy. Or you're having doubts and you're thinking, oh, this is just an illusion. This is just, limerence, infatuation, but it really is a true soul bond. And if you meditate on it, you will have an aha moment and get clarity. But if you don't, they're going to come in with a tower moment. Okay. Have fun with that. So anyway, like the yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. So you guys might also be kind of opposite, but yet, well, usually the core values are the same, even if you guys are very opposite on the surface. But there's also a lot of balancing here because we're so opposite. Each one of us, like the masculine, has a little feminine in them and vice versa. Personally, I think on this journey, the masculines are supposed to get even more balanced than they were in the past and vice versa. The feminine should also get more balanced within themselves to make it work. Things got out of whack for sure, but it's like opposites attract, duality, balance. I actually just saw somebody who was doing a reel about masculines and feminines and the battle of the sexes and this and that, but we're actually meant to complement each other and not be at war with each other, to be able to appreciate the differences, even though we are very different, and go together perfectly. But we have to get healed. Both parties have to get healed. Otherwise, we are the wounded masculine and feminine, the distorted masculine and feminine. And that creates a toxic dynamic. So this spiritual awakening journey, the maze they're having you go through, is to heal yourself. Your person should heal themselves, hopefully, if all goes well here. So I do believe this is a true twin flame situation, twin flame reading now that we have that card, but you might doubt that. It's up to you, though, to meditate with it. Decide for yourself. It's your journey. And if you want to be in union physically with this person or not, even if they are your twin flame, they say you have free will. So, okay, we've got a lot of great information from this reading, but now I'm going to go into a bonus extended reading that I like to do for my VIP Patreon members to give you extra information. I like to do, I'm burping before I finish that sentence, which means needing to do shadow work. Before you drop off, they're like, do your shadow work, okay? But I'm going to go into this bonus extended where I like to figure out, what is your person thinking or feeling? I have certain decks for that, maybe some song lyric cards, which will also tell us how this person is thinking or feeling. They might even tell us a synchronistic song for the two of you. And where is this going right now? And is there any other good, crucial information that you need to help you to get to your highest timeline in love? That's what these messages are for. So I will put a link to the VIP bonus extended in the description box below. Go check it out. I'm also going to put a link to some rose quartz, a really nice online supplier, because rose quartz can really help you with this love situation. So go check out that link. Obviously, if you do happen to buy from that link within the next, 24 hours of once you click on it, then I do get a little bit of a small commission, which would help out this channel. But I think any way it goes, even if you don't buy, I just wanted to share this supplier with you. This supplier has at least 19 years in business and at least over, 270,000 positive reviews. So I'm pretty sure that's authentic crystals, reputable seller. So go check it out. I'm also going to have the link to my website where you can get a personal reading if you want to watch the bonus extended, but you still want a personal reading to find out details that are specific to you, because this is still a collective reading. Again, my readings are very affordable at only $30 for like an hour right now. In the near future, I am going to be raising my rates, but right now I still have them at that level. Do not mistake a low price for quality in this case, because I think I have a lot of experience now. Tons of people love my readings. If you are on the fence and you want a personal, you're thinking about it, you can go to my website, and if you click on one of the items and scroll down, there will be reviews for that particular type of reading. So each reading has its own set of reviews. You can read through the reviews of what people thought when they got their readings, and hopefully that will help you decide that I'm the reader for you, at least for now. So I will see you in the bonus extended or your personal, whichever you choose. Links will be in the description box below.